Hunters, welcome back to a quick update video. Capcom has released some patch notes for the Sunbreak update, and it includes a lot of weapon changes. So today I'm just going over the Insect Glaive since, as you know, it's my main weapon, and it's getting me pretty goddamn excited for Sunbreak. I want to give a big thank you to one of my community members here, ArcticBlast, who really pointed out some things to me to get this video rolling. Now first and foremost, the main attacks here are all getting buffed, which is quite surprising to me. Now of course other weapons also got buffed and some weapons got nerfed, so this might just be sort of a balancing on Capcom's end, kinda just to make more weapons viable going into Master Rank. Now there's probably going to be a big jump in damage requirement obviously for Master Rank as well, so this change might also make it a little bit easier for people to cruise through base game just to catch up to Sunbreak. That being said though, whatever it is, it's really exciting anytime you see your weapon, especially your favorite, get buffed. Now I think the bigger changes come after this. First and foremost, we are now impervious to damage when we're using Recall Kinsect, Kinsect Recall, and Kinsect Harvest Extract when you have the yellow extract. Now currently the yellow extract was the least necessary extract. It's definitely one that you could avoid if you were going for straight DPS. You could get red and white and just keep moving. That being said, getting yellow and white definitely did help because it would give you earplugs. So adding this change definitely gives a little bit more incentive to get that yellow. Now quite honestly, this change is for all other Kinsects except assist Kinsects that have dual colors. It's an incentive for us to be able to grab yellow first, to be able to then iframe roars and other attacks until we get all three extracts. So again, a great buff and a push for Insect Glaive users to use other Kinsects aside from just the assist Kinsect. Now this change is affecting three skills particularly. Recall Kinsect, which is the Wirebug skill if you don't remember it. This is the one that lets you heal a little bit if you essentially utilize it as a dodge to dodge monster attacks. So it's kind of exciting honestly to see some added iframes to this skill. I won't say it was particularly hard to use before, it definitely wasn't too bad. But them recognizing it and putting this in probably means that it's giving more iframes to this skill to better serve its purpose. Now I think this change really affects the Kinsect Recall. Now this is really just a regular skill that started off as just a way to call your Kinsect back. But very early on in base Rise, hunters learned that this skill can actually be used to cancel certain attack animations, and therefore it sped up the use of Insect Glaive and the damage you could output. Now most hunters use this with the assist Kinsect because you really weren't sending your Kinsect out, so you didn't really need to recall it, you could just use it for the attack animation cancel. In Sunbreak, as I've already pointed out in my previous video, other Kinsects are likely getting a buff, and Powder has already seen it by including new things like the Vortex Bomb. So it does appear that Capcom is focusing on making us use more of our other Kinsects in battle, so this particular change actually really helps with this because now we're going to have those iframes to recall our Kinsect in a very timely fashion. Again, I have no idea if this is going to make a significant difference to the meta as of yet. I will be testing it out when Sunbreak launches and include it in my full launch review video. Finally, the last skill is the Harvest Extract, which is the new skill that we're getting in Sunbreak. So again, this is preparing us to use different Kinsects and our extracts more often. Now, moving on here. Powdered Kinsects are getting a nice buff. This is something that I expected. One of the big issues with the Powdered Kinsects before was the time they took to release enough dust clouds to be effective before a monster moved. Now reducing the knockback time and the time it takes to transition into the next attack is a huge change and one that was very necessary. It does really seem like Powdered Kinsects are going to be the shifting meta with that Vortex Bomb, so I really can't wait for it. Now this next one is interesting. The Tetra Seal attack speed has been increased. By how much? We're not entirely sure, but the demo did feel a little bit faster. Is it worth? I can't say without proper damage values, but the big issue with Tetra Seal was the long animation time, which locked you in position. From the demo, I still don't think it's fast enough for a normal playstyle of IG, so unless there are some sort of buffs to the Tetra Seal damage that haven't been mentioned here, I don't think we'll be seeing again that much use of it. The rest of the changes are pretty tiny, not too much to mention. A lot of the changes here are focusing on the Kinsect marker attack. I think the execution of the attack after releasing your buttons instead of pressing was smart on Capcom's end. I always miss those little things because I always click too early. So this will be really nice to let us get into shooting stance and then we can aim and then release to fire. Oh, I almost forgot the recall Kinsect buffs. Haha. Essentially though, you're seeing the Kinsect is going to have a reduced use of its stamina and it's going to heal you more when the Kinsect returns. Now I can see Capcom is trying to make us use this more, But my base issue is still there of the fact that you have to replace the Diving Wyvern or even the new Wirebug skill, the Awakened Kinsect. So unless we can really rearrange Wirebug skills in Sunbreak, I still don't think I'm going to use this. As sad as that is, because I love it, I would replace my other Wirebug skill in an instant with it. And yeah, that's about it from me guys. Sunbreak launches in less than 2 days and I'll be working on a few videos. First being the Insect Glaive review, followed by some monster breakdowns. If there are any videos that you guys would like me to do, please let me know in the comments and I'll add them to my list. Other than that, until next time guys, stay safe, be happy, and keep hunting. Sky Sensei is out.